Hey, how's it going, everybody? Let me just check. Audio's working. All right. So this is going to be a tutorial on how to create a wandering AI. Basically, just an AI that kind of walks around, has some random movement going on, and things like that. So, yeah, let's begin. So first things first, we want to stay organized. Also, I'd like to note I'm using the newest version, 4.9, 4.92 right there. But all right, so click on Content, Add New, and then create a new folder. And you want to name that folder just AI. And then go into your third person. Where are you? Third person BP, blueprints. Third person character, click and drag over to your AI folder and then copy here. Once you do that, go in here and rename this guy AI character. So there we got that guy. Let's jump in here real quick just to get this out of the way. Drag him up. Okay, so we don't need any of this. So go ahead and just highlight all that and delete it. File, save, out of force of habit. And we also do not need the camera or the camera boom. So go ahead and delete those as well. File, save, and you'll have this. Just go back to your level. Okay, so in order to make the AI work, we need to basically tell it where it can go. And of course, Unreal Engine has something like that built in, which is called the navigation mesh. I just want to make sure I don't already have one. No, I do not. Okay. So if you go over here, make sure you're in the place mode. If not, you can hold shift and hit 1 and it'll go in there. In the search classes, type in nav mesh bounce value. Click and drag that out. My computer's lagging a little bit. I apologize for that. And then with it selected, go into top view. You can press F to focus in on it, in case you lost it for whatever reason. And let's move this more towards the center. And then basically we just want to scale this guy out to encompass the entirety of the level, or wherever you want your AI character to be moving. So we'll go into side, right, and then scale it up. Let's do that. Okay, let's go back to perspective. Okay, so if you hit P on the keyboard, P as in player, you will see this greenness. And this is pretty much where it's telling it where the AI can go, essentially. So to hide that, just press P again. And we need to create a few things in the content browser here. Okay, so the first thing you want to create is the AI controller. So if we go to Blueprint class, click the drop down for all classes. In the search, type in AI controller. And it's this guy right here. If you don't see the select button, just move it up, hit select, and we'll just name this guy AI controller. Okay. Actually, let's name this guy, just to differentiate from the actual one, AI controller 1. We'll make it a little bit clearer for us later on. Okay, next we need a behavior tree. This is basically something that will tell the AI what it needs to do. It's dictating its behavior. So click on behavior tree. We'll just call it AI underscore behavior. Okay, right click again, scroll down, artificial intelligence, blackboard, and then AI underscore blackboard. Okay, one more thing. Excuse me. Go to Blueprint class, and then type in BT, and coming down here in BT task blueprint. It's a behavior tree task blueprint. When task receives a board event, all latent actions associated with this instance are being removed. It's a base class for tasks, so you can get it a little bit more defined with your events there. So we're going to call this random movement. So we got that guy going. Alright. Okay, let's open up our AI character again real quick. Class defaults. Controller class, AI controller. Drop down, AI controller 1, because that's the one that we created. Compile, save. And then we want to open up our blackboard. So let's open this guy up. And we want to add a new key. And let's name this guy, be a vector. Let's name this guy destination. Type vector, no parent. Okay. Now go back into your content browser. Let's open random movement. And in here, we're going to create a couple variables. First variable, dest location. Make it public, and this will be a vector variable as well. Compile, save. Oh, I'm sorry, not a vector. What am I doing? Blackboard key selector. That's what this guy's gonna be. Okay. So now we want to right click in here, event, receive, execute is what we want. And then grab this guy, click and drag, get. And then you want to get blackboard value as vector. Okay. Alright, so off of owner actor, we might be changing that other section. Get actor location. And get random pointing radius. And then let's set this to 3,000. This is not the right one here. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, set blackboard value as vector. That is my mistake. Sorry about that, guys. Okay. Alright, so you got your destination here. And then just put the return value right in there. We don't need this guy anymore. And then we need a finish execute. And success should be true. File, save. Okay, now we want to open the behavior tree. Open this guy up here. Okay. So I'll do this one way and then go ahead and fix it afterwards. This way, it's just the best way for everybody to understand. So we'll go here, sequence, and we'll name this sequence root. Actually, to avoid confusion, let's do lowercase there. Root, okay. So we want to get random movement. And move to that is all we need so far. So let's go back to our content browser and open up the controller, because now we have to actually run the behavior tree. So go to your event graph, and then drag off run, begin play, run behavior tree, and select our behavior tree. And that's good for now. Go back to our AI character, event graph, and then we're going to create a variable here. Let's call this is sprinting. Let's make it public. Compile, save. Drag that out, get. Okay, we want an event tick. And then a branch. And the condition will be is sprinting. And then right click, get character movement. There you are. Then we want to set max walk speed. And actually hit control, well, hit this selected, hit control W, just select it again. And drag your character movement in there. At false, it'll do one. At true, it'll do the other. So true, we want this, I think it's 350, I think. And then let's do like 150. And that's it for that. Compile, save. Go back to random movement. Okay. And then we're gonna kind of fix this up here because I forgot something. So go ahead and do a delay, and then drag off the duration, random float in range, and I don't know, we'll do 0 to like 3. Yeah, it's 3.0. It's 3 seconds. Okay, then after the delay, let's do a cast to AI controller. We want actual AI controller. Yeah, AI controller 1 is what we want. Here, I do believe. Let me check the other one just to make sure. Yes, we want cast to AI controller. Yeah, we want this one. Okay, plug this in here. And you want the owner actor from event receive execute going into the object on the AI controller 1. And actually, oh, I hate it when it does that. Just drag these guys up and back a little bit. Okay, so after the AI controller, what you want to do is get controlled pawn. And after you do that, you want to cast to AI character, right? Yeah. Okay. Bam, bam. Let's put this guy here. Put this guy here. Okay. After you do that, you want to set is sprinting to false. So drag off here, set is sprinting. And you want it to be false. And drop that guy right there. Yep, okay, that's good. So now we will compile, save. If you want to take a look, why'd that go in there? If you want to take a look at what it looks like, you can just grab the AI controller, drag them out. And then press play. And he should be just kind of walking around, doing his thing. He'll stop soon. Waited a couple seconds, now he's going again. Pretty nifty stuff, he's just walking around. If that's all you guys, if that's all you wanted, go ahead and stop here. I'm going to continue to show how to make the AI chase the player, and things like that, which is what I'm going to show right now. So, alright, I apologize for that noise. It was my Skype going off. So we want to go ahead and right click, duplicate the random movement function. And we will name this threat. Double click on that. And let's see, what don't we need? We don't need the delay anymore. The random floating range. The blackboard, this guy, this guy. Don't need this guy. Need these. And this guy set to true. And then simple move to actor is what we want. And then get player character. And that return would go in here. And this is your player index. So if you had teams or anything like that, you could store, have this search an entire array that all your characters were inside. So if you did like a get, and then you can get that random integer or defined integer based on something and put it there. So the controller goes into the AI controller here. And that is all for that guy. So now we go back to our behavior tree. And let's delete that guy. Selector. And then from the selector, you want to create another sequence. And this sequence be for that one. And that one. And then for the selector, drag off and hit threat. Excuse me, to run that threat. And this would be threat. Okay, so if you right click and click auto arrange, and it'll arrange it nicely. Okay. So okay, so we'll stop here for that. Add new key, want a boolean, type in is threat, save that, and then let's see, let's do the AI character first. No, we'll do the behavior tree first. Okay, so you want to right click on their sequence, add decorator, blackboard, just auto arrange. Okay, so you want the blackboard key to be is threat and then is not set. The reason for that is threat is basically going to be when the player is in range of the AI. So we don't want it set, and if it's not set, it'll run these tasks here. But with this one, add decorator, blackboard, we want is threat to be set, and then destination, yep, that's right. Oh, and also we go to, where are you, observer reports, abort, excuse me, self on both of these. Save. Alright, so it looks like that's that for that. So let's go to AI character. And, well, okay, there's a few ways we could do this. The simple way, I'll show you first. And then maybe I'll make another video to show a bit more complex way of doing it that has more possibilities. Yeah, so we'll do that. Okay, so go into your viewport. You want add component. This is entirely up to you how you want to do this. So we'll do a box collision. We'll name this vision. And basically what you want to do is scale this bad boy to however big you want your AI's vision to be. I'm going to keep it right about like there, so it stays in front in a little range there. So compile, save, go back to your event graph. With the vision clicked, you want to scroll down, and you want on component begin overlap. So I'll click that guy. And then down here, right click, self. You want to get reference to self, and then get black. No, don't want to right click off that. Get blackboard. And why isn't it letting me? There we go. Okay. Set value as bool. Bam, bam. And then drag off here and type in make literal name. Okay, and this is extremely important. This right here is going to be referencing the Blackboard component from the actual Blackboard. And if you remember, that's this right here. Right now, worth setting is threat. This is Boolean true or false. So we're setting this guy. So what we want to do is make sure in literal name we spell it exactly the same as in there. And because we're overlapping, we want to set it to true so it runs that. And now to finalize everything, end overlap. Basically, we'll just copy this bad boy here. Plug all these guys back in. The literal name's the same, and bam. This is basically. I'm sorry. I'm not sure if I even said it. This is end overlap. So up here, when the player gets within that little box we created, it's going to set the threat to true, which means it's going to chase after the player. The end overlap sets to false, so it stops chasing the player and it randomly patrols throughout the area there. And it looks like that should be it. I don't think I'm forgetting anything. So let's just create a few more of these guys out here, if it can grab the right one here. And I'll just rotate this guy this way. And let's play. We'll see if it's working. Yeah, it's working. He's chasing me. Oh, they're all chasing me. And see. Oh, I got one still on me. So it's a little glitchy. Oh, are all of them still chasing me? They're all still chasing me. Oh, nope, that one stopped. So it's a little glitchy. This is, not the best way of doing it. But as you can see, they all went back to wandering. And they're doing their own thing. So yeah, I will stop this video, and I'll create the other one, and I'll make sure to provide a link to that one as well. Alright, thanks for watching.